Hey YouTube, it's the Wild Sets Wizard. I tried something different today and show you this pizza that I make. Now, I don't usually use clickbait terms like the best or must try, but this seriously is the best pizza that you'll find. First off, got a cup and a half of water. Normally recipes have like this temperature range has gotta be somewhat warm. I actually just use room temperature water. Then we add a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of yeast. I'll mix those up. Now this part is called gluing the yeast. You don't really have to do it. It's a good way to make sure that your yeast is still good. So if you don't bake very often, it's a good idea to do this. And then what we want to see is this will come together and start foaming on top. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. You can see this ring that's going to start forming there. Hopefully it's still good. Because I'm using the colder water and not the warm water, this works slower. I'm actually doing that on purpose. Should smell yeasty. It's barely starting to smell yeasty, so my yeast might be a little old, but oh yeah, now I'm starting to smell yeast, so it should be good. So now I'm going to put this on my KitchenAid, which is optional, but you know, makes things much nicer. So I'll have to move the camera here. Okay, so what I do next is I add 2 cups of flour. I use brown flour because it has more gluten, helps it form better. That's it. Now my measuring is not exact because it doesn't need to be with the flour. That's something where you add as you go as you need to. But that's about half the flour. Now I add in 2 teaspoons of salt. I use real salt. This is just like the Himalayan pink salt, except it's mined locally here in Utah, not halfway across the world. Turns out it's from the exact same period of early Earth with the ancient salt and whatnot. Now add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And I'll keep adding flour. It's about 4 cups. The exact amount actually depends on the batch of flour and a bunch of variables there. So I'll start with about 3.5 cups. Start mixing it and see how things go from there. You can see here how it's clumpy, but that's something I have to get used to. Gotta let for the flour start absorbing the water and then I'll pull together better. Okay, so it's been going a while, it's pulling together. And you can see the bottom there. Got some that's sticking in the bottom. It actually tells me it needs more flour, which I already knew, but I'd rather do too little flour than too much. So I'll just keep adding flour until I want it to be just slightly sticky. Okay, that's looking pretty good there. Let's lift this up, see how it looks. Yep, just slightly sticky. Just get rid of this hook so it's not in my way. Now I'll just form this into a ball. Put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom to make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, there's my smooth ball. Put on the oil so it doesn't stick. Now it's just let this rise until it's double in size. As I did not use warm water, this will take longer than an hour to rise. I do that on purpose. When it takes longer to rise, it makes the texture more chewy. This dough is half of what makes this pizza so great. While the dough is rising, let us consider the cheese. Because my family has food allergies, and so they can't have the regular cow's milk cheese or anything with cow's milk. But they can have goat's milk and sheep's milk, which is what brought me to find this cheese. This is Manchego cheese, and this is like a sheep Gouda. It's nice and mild. And this is Romano Pecorino, also from Costco. This is like Parmesan cheese, but from sheep. It's very salty, and by itself it's very overpowering. But when we combine these two, this makes an amazing zing. This is what makes the pizza so great. Like I said, the crust and these. So now, all we have to do is grate this cheese. Ah, isn't that beautiful? Lots of glorious cheese. Now the rest is all up to you, because you know it's your pizza. What do you want? Of course, gotta have a good tomato sauce on it. That's my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah, I like some good ham on it. And now for the great debate: does pineapple go on pizza? Comment below. We'll get the rest of these ingredients all set up, prep to go, and build the pizza. Okay, here's the dough. It's double in size. I admit I had to put it in the oven, warm oven, to get it lost a little bit. But let's punch it down and make some pizza. And now for my secret ingredient, sprinkle some Italian seasoning on top. And we'll throw this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. One day I mentioned, this makes 2 pizzas. Okay, the timer just went off. Let's see how it looks.
my favorite.